saw that Zoom need to come. Sorry. It's one of those days, Taurus. Well, hello, and welcome to FireStarTarot. I am Empress Egypt, and Taurus, of course, this is your weekly general love reading, right? Now, it's important to understand my you versus them reads, you guys. They are not only addressing you, Taurus, but they will be addressing the cross-watcher as well. So for those of you guys who are new here, I do things a little bit more differently on my channel. So definitely take a browse around my channel, check out some of my playlists, and get comfortable with who I am as a reader, okay? So remember, you guys, here on my channel, energy is very fluid. Genders are fluid. So don't try to make things fit, you guys. Put yourself where you need to. Sometimes the roles can be reversed and so forth. So just keep that in mind with all of my readings, okay? Also, too, I do stream all of my readings live for the initial. Obviously, if you're catching it on replay, you'll know because there won't be a live button in that top left-hand corner. If you're catching this live, you'll see that live button, all right? So let's see. Like I said, we are going to be doing a you versus them. I will be addressing the cross-watcher as well, and I'll kind of explain it to you from both points of both perspectives, okay, you guys? So Taurus, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. We're going to start off with messages from Spirit for just the overall energy, okay? And then, like I said, we'll get into the you versus them. So I didn't give messages last in my Aries video, which I kind of felt bad for. I forgot to. So I want to make sure that I start it off right here with Taurus, all right? So let's go ahead and get an overall message starting off this reading for Taurus, okay? Actually, I take that back. I did do Aries, okay? I did. Now, cross-watcher, if you're here for a Taurus, you will not get your messages here. You will find your messages in your zodiac sign, okay? All right, so, but I will address you cross-watchers if you are here for a Taurus, okay? So Taurus energy, starting off your reading, we have the Star Mother. Oh, I thought that was two cards almost. How can you mother yourself? How can you nurture yourself, Taurus, okay? How can you mother yourself, right? How can you love yourself, nurture yourself, embrace yourself when you need to, when you're sad? How can you also be the positive influence in your own life? It's kind of that energy of how can you nurture yourself, okay? Beautiful energy to start off this reading with, Taurus. So yeah, Spirit's asking you to nurture yourself here, okay? All right, Taurus, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your you versus them. Remember, I will be addressing the cross-watcher when we get to the them energy. If it is a little confusing, I, again, apologize. Hopefully you get comfortable with the cross-watcher situation, okay? So Taurus, I do give 4 weekly readings, and they hop around a little bit just depending on the energy and where I'm at. This week is pertaining and bringing in the cross-watchers, okay? Because the cross-watchers don't really have any videos, so this is a video for them as well, okay? So if you are the Taurus energy, we are going to be using the Muse Tarot deck, okay? If you are the them energy, we are going to be using the Light Seers Tarot deck, okay? All right. So instead of starting with their energy, I am going to start with your energy first, okay, Taurus? We're going to see where you're at. That way we can go ahead and get it out of the way, see where you're at, see what your blockages are, and of course, see how Spirit is helping you through these, or what Spirit is using, what tool Spirit is using to get you to learn the lesson that is needed, okay? We'll also take a look at actually how you feel and how you perceive your person. And yeah, we're going to see the same thing with the cross-watcher. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. So again, yeah, we're going to be looking at, again, all of these things for your person as well, the person that's on your mind, the person you're interested in, okay? Again, when it gets down to the person you're interested in, Taurus, I will be addressing the cross-watcher, which is your person of interest, maybe possibly spying on you, all right? All right, so automatically you did get your blockages as the 6 of voices. This is the things that you are victorious with, okay? So we will clarify and find out exactly what this is, Taurus, obviously. It's going to be some of the issues within the things that you see are being victorious, okay? The things that you see you're winning with, all right? So Spirit, what are you teaching? What are you using as the tool to teach my Tauruses? Interesting. Number 20, the awakening in reverse. Very interesting. All right, Cynthia over there on Facebook. I don't do personal readings. These are my collective readings, are my free readings. If you want a personal question answered, you need to hop on over to my email address and ask for a price list, and I'll send it your way, okay, babe? But my collective readings that you guys are getting live stream on Facebook and YouTube are my free readings, all right? And you can definitely find messages within these readings. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at how you perceive. Oh, sorry, you guys. Let me get back. Sorry, I got off track there, you guys. So Taurus, clearly not the actual awakening that's taking place, but up until the point the awakening took place with you, Taurus, okay? So I do feel, you know, each Taurus is on a different step when it comes to the awakening. But it's important to understand that Spirit used the things that didn't awaken you. Well, it's not the things that didn't awaken you, but when you were not awoke to the idea of spirituality and the belief of a twin flame journey or even a soulmate connection, it was anything up until the point of the awakening taking place, okay? Now, again, you guys are all going to be at different levels of the awakening. And of course, when you awaken, it's limitless, right? It's for infinity. So you can always just imagine the possibility within the belief of spirituality, okay? But it's just truly understanding that up until that point, you had to go through that, right? Spirit used those experiences without being awoke. Use those spirit experiences, Taurus, without you being fully awoken to the idea of everything, to get you to waken up, okay? So very strong. And it's interesting because I feel like even Spirit here saying, Taurus, you know, Divine's even saying you're being victorious because, again, of this, you know, of the experience leading up into that point, okay? So we are going to clarify, Taurus, because I know that can be a little bit confusing. You're probably like, what the hell is she talking about? So we will break that down a little bit more, right? So let's go ahead and see what's going on with how you perceive your person of interest, okay? How you see them in the 3D. And then we'll go into how you actually feel about them, Taurus, all right? So let's go ahead and start again with how you perceive this person of interest. In a conflicting way, you see them as the Knight of Inspiration, the Knight of Wands, okay? Very, very interesting. So if you perceive them as the Knight of Wands sometimes and then not, how do you feel for them? The Ace of Voices, you're not sure. You're unclear with. And I feel like, honestly, this is because of how you may not have certainty with them. I don't know what's going on. We will clarify and find out. But clearly, you really feel like there's never going to be communication. There's never going to be clear communication, okay? You never feel like action's going to be taken here. So, and I honestly feel like when you perceive them, Taurus, you see them as someone who sometimes can come across as someone who has a lot of inspiration, drive, and ambition, and then other times not so much, or maybe they're driven and ambitious towards other things, okay? Taurus, you could be dealing with a fire sign, doesn't have to be, but this is just someone who's, again, ambitious driven, okay? So before we get into clarifying, I do want to go ahead and get in and pull your person's energy. We do have the 3 of emotions on the bottom of the deck. Could be some karmic situations. We'll be finding out, all right? So let's go ahead and pull your person's energy, and then, like I said, we'll start clarifying for both of you guys. So let's go ahead and address the cross watcher really quick. Cross watcher, let's go ahead and see what's going on with you. So Aries, this is your person of interest. I will be addressing them in this part of the video. All right, cross watchers, already we have the 7 of Wands coming through for your burdens, right? The things that are blocking you. So right now, honestly, cross watcher, when it comes to this Taurus, you want to walk away from what you have and walk forward and really think about the things that have been done in the past and create new in the future. You're at a point in this cycle where there's a lot of problems and fears within how to take action or when to take action or how to even know what decision to make when it comes to this action, okay? But there's a lot of problems and fears here within this connection. I feel like there's a little bit of fear when it comes to intimacy, okay, cross watcher? Maybe you use intimacy and romance to kind of get you where you feel stronger in a sense, or maybe this is just an energy of you really just, again, creating your own issues and your own problems within this I don't want to say obsession, but again, it's just this like wanting to end this, right? No longer wanting to be in this energy of not really not taking action because you're afraid, right? Let's see what Spirit is teaching you. What is Spirit using as the tool, all right, cross watcher, to get you to face these problems and fears? Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to, please, the tool that you are using. Okay, too many of you guys, but I will take them into consideration. I'm only going for 1 card. We do have the 9 of Wands in reverse and the 9 of Swords in the upright. Interesting. So I do feel like in past tense, Taurus, this person walked away from you, whoever this person is. And there's this ending that has taken place, okay? I feel like cross watcher, at one point, the reason there's so much problems and fears within this connection for you is because at some point, either it's like you walked away from this person, from this Taurus, and now this person, it's like you woke up, cross watcher, and now you feel like this Taurus is ending things with you in a way. Or maybe this Taurus cut off energy, or maybe this Taurus blocked you on social media and you don't know what they're doing. But it's just really this energy of, again, this ending, right? This ending. But more importantly, an ending to the way you're thinking, right? So I feel like cross-watcher, maybe in past tense, you didn't really think about how you felt for this person. You didn't think about how you felt for your Taurus. So now it's an energy of just really thinking about how you feel for this Taurus, right? So there is some problems and fears, and it is conflicting you, but of course, these blockages are for a reason. So we are going to find out what Spirit is trying to teach you with these blockages. Spirit, what are you trying to teach? What are you trying to teach my cross-watcher, my Taurus, this person of interest? Interesting. The Page of Swords in reverse. So I do feel like, cross-watcher, you had a way with your words. You were able to really say things without fully committing in your words to things, but also a way of not really ending commitment to things. So I feel like there's a lingering energy within the way you communicated. Therefore, there was a lack of manifestation, a lack of communication. And so I can see why Taurus is feeling like, honestly, in their heart, you're not going to communicate with them, okay? Cross-watcher, obviously, Spirit's going to use this to awaken you and to remove these blockages, to remove these problems and fears. So this is a very strong energy of not communicating, right? So Spirit's actually using this point of non-communication to really get you to see the things in the past that may have been problems and the things that are actually preventing you, creating fears from you actually experiencing and ending out this cycle and creating a new, okay? So Taurus, let's go ahead and take a look at how your person feels for you. Okay, cross-watcher, addressing you again. We're going to take a look at how you perceive this Taurus and how you actually feel for this Taurus. All right, Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to the perception of my Taurus from their cross-watcher, please. Spirit, please show me the perception of my Taurus from their cross-watcher. The Nine of Cups. Ooh, back and forth about this wish fulfillment. So I feel like, honestly, when they look at you, Taurus, and I'm going to address you here for a minute, they're very back and forth in their head whether you are their wish fulfillment or not, okay? Here on my channel, I tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat shit, right? Cross-watcher, straight up, you're just back and forth in your head. Is this person your wish fulfillment or are they not? Of course, we're going to clarify all these cards and really dive deep. There will be an extended to this reading, Taurus. Of course, my extendeds are $5. If you do want the extended, just send me an email. My email on Facebook is in the description box. Same thing with personal readings, personal questions. Just email me and be like, hey, Empress Egypt, I would like your price list for your personal readings, or I would like the extended to Taurus, okay? And then I'll give you directions and I'll communicate with you via email, okay? But for you guys DMing me on Instagram, DMing me on Facebook, DMing me, you know, on these social media platforms, you guys, I will not respond back. There's no way I can get back to all of your messages. So I like to keep it business to the email, okay? So just send me an email if you want the extended. And like I said, I'll give you guys the directions on how to purchase, okay? Also, too, you guys can donate to my channel at any given time. Donations are always appreciated. You guys help me get better equipment like cameras, tarot cards, all kinds of stuff, because all of the money that comes in all goes back to the channel, okay? So, like I said, cross-watcher, you're really back and forth in your head about, is Taurus my wish fulfillment or is Taurus not my wish fulfillment, all right? So let's see how you actually feel about them, though, because I know you see them and you're looking at them in the 3D, like, is this what you want or is it not? But it's important to understand the 3D is always perishable. So, you know, you got to make up your mind. Do you want the 3D or do you want the 5D, all right? Cross-watcher, how do you feel about my Taurus? Deep down inside, things you don't express, you know, the emotions that you don't, you know, that are kept up and bottled inside. How do you actually feel? Okay, you guys, again, this is more than one card, so I will not put it on the table, but I will take into consideration. We have the Two of Swords in conflicting situation and conflicting, as well as being open-minded, the Hierophant, right? Taurus energy, this is your card, okay? Conflicting. So I will tell you honestly, they're very, look, cross-watcher, you're really in your head. You're really back and forth about this Taurus, okay? 1 minute, you're very open-minded to the ideas of the expansion with Taurus, and then all of a sudden, you're very closed-minded, and you can't make up your mind about this Taurus, okay? So you're very back and forth here, cross-watcher, when it comes to this Taurus energy, when it comes to the openness, right? The open-minded, the expansion, the growth, the marriage, the traditions, the values. It's like you're really looking at them in the 3D perspective here. So it's creating blockages, right? These two opposing forces for you, cross-watcher, is that One is what you're seeing and the other one is what you're feeling. And so these two are fighting each other really hard, okay? Spirit, how does my cross watcher really feel about my Taurus? Thank you. Conflicting change, right? I feel like honestly, cross watcher, you're having a hard time figuring out if you want to change or not, or if you're happy where you're at, or if, again, I feel like with these problems and fears, it stops a lot of intimate connection between you two here. Maybe you're in another situation, maybe you have multiple options here. It's kind of hard to say with the 7, it could be. But regardless, there's this energy of you literally not wanting to change because you're very content where you're at because of these fears, okay? You're afraid to take that leap of faith towards this wish fulfillment, or at least towards making up your mind if Taurus is your wish fulfillment or not. All right, so let's go ahead and start clarifying here. For Pentacles, holding on to things, yeah. It is what it is. I do feel like you, honestly, cross watcher, you are holding a lot of this energy. You're holding on to, is this wish fulfillment or not, instead of just actually moving forward and making progress and letting things just kind of unfold. It's more of a, do I make this person my wish fulfillment or not, right? Is this my love or is it not? And again, it's a real 3D perception here, cross watcher. So Taurus, hopefully that made some sense to you. I know I was addressing the cross watcher, so I was addressing your person here. But again, I do have a lot of cross watchers, okay? So with that being said, let's start clarifying here and find out what's really going on. And then, like I said, we'll get into the extended and we'll really find out the possible outcome between you guys based off of current energy. My prices, I go based off of hour, you guys. On the low end, 65. On the high end, close to $200. And that includes, it's basically $100 an hour. So $50 for 30 minutes. Okay, you guys. But I do give discounts depending. That's why I like to give just a price list. So just email me and I'll actually send you over the exact price list. I do shadow readings. I do love readings. I do growth readings, expansion readings, shadow work readings, whatever, twin flame readings, soulmate readings. So it just depends. So that's why I just charge by hour. But definitely send me an email. Again, my email address is in the description box up above on Facebook and down below in the description box on YouTube, okay? But as far as free readings go, you guys, YouTube is a great place to find free readings. I know for those of you guys on Facebook, you're not really familiar with content creators on YouTube, but we give general readings, we give collective readings, we give zodiac readings that can really help you in your situation based off of your energy as a whole. So, the only thing I say with personal readings, the only reason I ask you to do a personal reading is to make sure that the messages are for you, to make sure you're understanding your intuition, because you may sit here and think this message is for you and it fits your situation to a T, and then you could get a personal reading and it could be something totally different, because the general forecasts, the free forecasts on YouTube are collective energies, right? It's like the weather forecast. It's a prediction. You don't know unless you actually pick up on that energy, or unless you actually trace that storm, right? It's kind of that energy. So just understand that I do, in order to be able to fully tell you that this is your story, you do need a personal reading. So at some point, if you're believing in these, these equations, in these messages, it's very important to at least get a personal reading with one of your tarot readers out there, so you can kind of see if these messages are directed towards you or not, okay? A few of my girls on here have repeatedly had readings, and I love you guys for that. I appreciate you guys. It's like y'all are like my soul tribe, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it'll open your mind to a different perspective. It's a great way to grow as an individual, because here on my channel, it's about healing and self-growth. Remember that, you guys, okay? That's why I show you both equations. I show you where you guys are at separately, but I also address you as an individual, okay? So let's start clarifying here and find out what's really going on, because I only have about 45 minutes. So I have about 40 minutes left with you guys, maybe less. Okay. So clearly there's blockages within the victories of your situations, Taurus, okay? So what are these blockages? What is it that's going on in these situations where you are victorious, all right? Spirit, why are these blockages here with my 6 of Voices energy for Taurus, the 4 of Wands energy? I feel like you've never really had a strong foundation because of intimacy. I feel like Taurus, there's an energy of you winning when it comes to intimacy. Like, I feel like Taurus, you're very sensual. You're very, and if you're masculine energy, you're just very sexy, right? You're a beast. But it's just an energy, Taurus, of really not having stable foundations because of this intimacy. So clearly when we get into shadow readings, hopefully next week I'll give you guys a shadow reading, Taurus. If not, it'll be the week after. It just depends on the energy and how much energy we have coming through the week. That'll kind of guide me where I need to go with you guys. But again, this is just at least the intimate connections you had leading up to this point with this person has not created a stable foundation, okay? So it's like the equations where you feel like you're being victorious with this person, where you feel like you're winning with this person of interest, it's not really a stable foundation there, okay? So there's something within the creation of the intimacy, the creation in itself with this person that's not very stable when it comes to the groundwork, okay? So of course, you know, we'll have to dive deep a little bit more and see what else happens. Let's see, okay, the Magician. That was really quick. The Magician and conflicting energy, right? So this is just about you not fully understanding the foundation work and what it is that you're manifesting. I feel like there's not an end game. I feel like you're in current energy, Taurus, if that makes sense. It's like you're kind of, whatever. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So it's this energy of winning no matter what, because you're not really looking at it as a victory or a loss. But in this energy, it's like winning no matter what, right? So it's like even your failures, you're like, I wanted that, right? I'm good. I got it. So it's that kind of positive energy, but in a weird way, it also creates a issue within actually manifesting things because you're not seeing, you know, the negative end of things. It's like, and I'm not saying that you're not, there's just this energy of kind of it's like seeing everything as some type of win, right? Interesting. Very interesting, because again, it goes back to the way you're thinking though about these things. So I do feel like Taurus, when you think about this person, when you start really thinking about this person, when it comes to if you're going to manifest with this person, you feel like, you know, there's no foundation to the intimacy. There's no foundation to the creation of this connection. Okay. But there's still this victorious winning. There's still this wanting manifestation to take place with this person. Okay. So let's see why this awakening or why this experience is awakening you, right? Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to the awakening card in reverse, the blasted tower. So yeah, the thing's done, right? Interesting enough, Taurus, I felt this before we even clarified. I just feel like what's happening here is the whole displacement of this connection, whether this is physical, 3D, 5D, whatever this is. It's an energy of just really not being able to manifest it, right? And not feeling like there's a stable foundation or creation, but more importantly, this destruction that has come with this individual, okay? And I don't mean physical destruction, could have been, but this is more of a decision that was made that created it was like the rug was swept from underneath your feet, like it was out of nowhere, kind of like a fast action destruction, and it took you by surprise energy, okay? But it's important to understand that whatever that experience was made to make you victorious, right? It was made to make you really look at these foundations when it comes to creation, like where you're beginning, right? What it is that you're creating and what that end game is, right? It's like there's a whole lot of being stuck in the middle of things or being stuck in the middle of your steps, but not really having a full, complete end game, and not really in the very beginning having the right foundation either. Maybe a decision's not being made. Definitely check out your expansion reading. It will help you with where you're at. Sorry, you guys, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. It's just that I saw that and it needed to be said, okay? So let's go ahead and look at how you perceive this person, Taurus, how you actually see them. Spirit, of course you see them as someone that you don't know if they're taking action or not, okay? You don't know if they're going to take action towards you intimately. You don't know if they're going to take action towards you creatively. It's a very mirroring image. Mirroring image. I can speak tonight, you guys. As far as, is this person going to take action towards you intimately? Okay. So it's a back and forth energy. It's a very conflicting energy with you. So when you're seeing this person, right, when you're seeing your cross watcher, you're seeing them as someone that might not take action, someone who might never take action. You may never have another intimate connection with them, or you're not going to create a new beginning with them or even an ending. Like it's this feeling of not knowing, okay? A back and forth conflicting energy, back and forth. Spirit, why is the Knight of Inspiration here in reverse? In conflicting energy. Now we have the Six of Swords. Very interesting. Okay, very, very interesting. So what this is telling me is the reason there's this lack of intimacy and this back and forth of, is this person going to be intimate with you or not? Are you going to have an intimate connection with this person or not? Is because there's a lack of equal thoughts. Like there's a lack of equal give and take when it comes to communication and clarity. Okay, the energy I was feeling, I felt like a destruction had taken place and there was no reconciliation, or there was no success earned in this connection. It's a very back and forth of what the fuck, right? It's that what the fuck energy straight up. Spirit, anything else when it comes to the Knight of Inspiration and the conflicting energy? I feel like you may have given a whole lot in this connection, Taurus, and then it wasn't reciprocated, okay? And vice versa, because remember, Taurus, you could also be in the them energy because energy is so fluid, and this could be your person's energy, okay? This is why I address the cross watcher as well, you guys, because energy is so fluid. Again, I feel like maybe in one incident you felt like you had success with this person, and then in the next moment it felt like it was a failure. Also, too, this could be the energy. Maybe you put a lot of energy in. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Indira. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, you guys. Vice versa, right? Maybe this person didn't give a whole lot and you gave all, or vice versa, right? There wasn't an equal give and take when it came to the communication of things. So even the communication of creation, of intimacy, right? Seduction, creation of expansion, all of it, right? The sun, fire, same thing, right? Expansion, power, wisdom, knowledge, growth, right? It's a back and forth energy, like you don't know if it's going to happen. So clearly this explains why you feel like you're not going to have communication. Like when you feel for this person, when you think about, not even think about, when you feel, when you're in your feels feeling some type of way, it's because you don't have communication. You're not clear with this person, Taurus. Spirit, why is my Taurus not clear? Nine of Wands, Lord of Great Strength in reverse. You're being weak, Taurus. I'm going to be straight up with you. It's this energy of, because this person's not clear with you, it created weaknesses, right? So you're in your weakness, and it's not an insult. We are all weak. Most all of our lives we're weak. It's the built up weaknesses we've been through that build that tough exterior, that create those boundaries, and eventually creates the established strength, right? I say this a lot in my readings, you guys. Strength is something that is gained. It is not something that is given. Yes, some people are given the power of strength, but they still have to, they have to nurture it. They have to expand it, right? They have to grow that strength. And that's what this energy is. It's this, you're going through the experience of it. And I'm feeling it very heavy, Taurus. So this message is for some of you Tauruses out there that really need to hear this, because it's an energy of, regardless if it's clear or not, you're going through this uncertainty, right? This lack of communication, even though this hurts you really bad, you're going through this destruction. You're going through all this so that you know what it is that you want in that end game, so that you fully think about it and you fully understand, because you know that this intimate connection before has led you to a crumbled foundation, okay? So this is where you're really back and forth. And honestly, Taurus, I do want to see you in this back and forth energy, because at least you're trying to make a decision, right? Instead of just trying to manifest a connection without thinking, right? Without protecting yourself. So this is a very protective energy. Great to see, Taurus. It really is. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your person here. Let's take a look at your person, Taurus, because I know that's why you're here. So I am going to be addressing your person now, Taurus. I hope you understand. But like I said, that's also in case the energy is reversed. At least you feel like I'm still talking to you. Also, too, because I do have a lot of cross watchers, right? So cross watcher, you're here for your Taurus, right? You're here for your Toro. First of all, it's important to understand that your Taurus is very grounded, period, regardless of this, can't make up a decision, right? This energy is because Taurus has been through it, has dealt with it, and is at a point in Taurus's life where it is, okay, do I hold on or do I not, right? Do I stay losing or do I be victorious? So it's a back and forth energy, and yes, you are the reason for that decision making, right? So I just want you to understand that, right, cross watcher, that yes, it may feel like Taurus is stubborn, but you have to understand it's because of the experience that Taurus has gone through in past tense and in future tense, all right? So let's break down the Seven of Wands and why it's conflicting you. Obviously, it's creating boundaries. Well, not even boundaries. It's creating blockages. It's creating speed bumps, okay? The fears within this intimate connection, the fears within the passion and creation of this connection with your Taurus. So Spirit, why is the Seven of Wands here as the blockages? Eight of Swords, Lord of Short and Force. I feel like, honestly, it's because things ended, whether you ended it with your Taurus or Taurus ended it with you. It's the fact that this happened very quickly. The ending took place really quickly. So I feel like it was this fear because the connection was so powerful in the beginning and then it ended so quickly. Regardless if it was your fault or your Taurus's fault, it's still here. So because you're thinking about this is that swords energy, cross watcher, you're really thinking about how short things ended, right? So I feel like there's a little bit of guilt assumed here as much as blame. So there's a lot of problems and fears, right? So it's like 1 minute you're looking at Taurus saying, you know, this connection went really quickly. I don't know why it didn't pique my interest for long. But at the same time, even if you ended it and was, you know, physically brutal, you know, in the thought process to yourself about it, or maybe it came back later and it's kind of bothering you now. Either way, it's an energy of just because things were ended in a short period of time, because there was this short ending, okay, period, it created problems and fears. Spirit, anything else when it comes to this conflicting energy? That was way too many cards, you guys. With this conflicting energy with the Seven of Swords, Spirit, show me what I need to see for the cross watcher, please. And my Taurus. Okay. Four of Cups, blended pleasure. There you go. Princess of Wands and the conflicting energy. So I will tell you, cross watcher, it was a immature intimacy, okay? Spirit, it is what it is. And of course, because in this, so I do feel a little bit of a past tense energy here. I feel like you guys have been messing around here for a little bit anyways, or if not, this is an old connection that has just kind of been in and out, or maybe you guys are physically in a relationship, but there's just some issues and some, you know, some things that have kind of ended within your connection. Period, though, cross watcher, the past tense energy was an immature intimacy, okay, on both parties here. Because you have to assume that 50-50 responsibility, right? Because everything is an exchange, right? It's 50-50. Doesn't matter who's where, who's exchanging with who. You're always exchanging. This is why it's important that you create those boundaries and the protection so that people can't take your remaining 50% of you, right? You want to make sure you always have 50% of you, period. Point is that there was some blended pleasure here, cross watcher, okay? So what this is telling me is that you couldn't tell the difference between intimacy and love. Or maybe you had many options and you couldn't see the difference between these options. Maybe your love for many things has created a lot of problems and fears. So of course it's creating blockages, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at this Page of Swords energy. So this Page of Swords energy is of course communication when it comes to being clear. This is that energy of it not happening, right? There's not communication, there's not clarity. And it's a very conflicting energy for you, cross watcher, right? A really back and forth energy here. So we're going to find out why Spirit's using this, right? Using this conflicting, are you clear, uncertainty, right? Not sure, the unknown, the fears, the problems. Why is Spirit using this, right? Spirit, why are you using the Page of Swords energy? And what are you teaching, my cross watcher? Interesting. We have the Ace of Wands, okay? So by you having these options that all look the same, now you're kind of sitting in the experiences of the decisions you've made. So now you're able to start seeing, you know, at least one of the options or a few of the options you made, at least seeing what it really is. So I feel like, honestly, I feel like there was a whole lot of intimacy and the power of intimacy is coming through, right? Saying that, you know, Spirit's really showing you what the power of your intimate conversations, your intimate capabilities have done, right? This power of passion, this power of creation, and blending this creation with multiple options and what it can do, right? The power of it, whether it's on the negative end or the positive end here, cross watcher, okay? But Five of Pentacles, again, this is the way you can manifest these intimate connections. So Spirit almost had to put you in a not being able to communicate the correct way, right? Having multiple options that maybe you've hurt because, you know, these options thought it was love and you didn't fully understand it because it was just intimate for you. It was more of an ego-driven kind of intimacy because it was an immature way of thinking, right? It was an immature way of intimacy here, all right? And so this is what you manifested, right? The options, right? The manifestation of your options. That's exactly what this is. So the fact that the experiences of not being clear, the uncertainty, this is what's actually manifesting this power of intimacy. This is what's making you realize the power that you have, okay? So you're back and forth in your head when it comes to this, Taurus. Is this your wish fulfillment or not? So Spirit, why exactly is my cross watcher having such a hard time with this wish fulfillment? Show me what I need to see, please. Why is it so hard for my cross watcher? Wow, the Ace of Swords. So it's almost like you're clear, you know, right? Because the wish fulfillment wouldn't be here. So it's like, you know, this is your wish fulfillment. You know that Taurus would make you happy. You know that Taurus could fill your cups, and that these cups would be, you know, not blended. They would be where they needed, right? That Taurus would show you the right amount of love when it comes to nurturing. That Taurus would show you the right kind of love when it comes to being a teacher, but also being a student and learning. There's a lot of clarity when it comes to this wish fulfillment and the certainty within it. So then why is it in the conflicting position here? Interesting. Six of Cups. Okay, again, there's that past energy, right? This is that twin flame soulmate kind of connection. I feel like this could be you battling your ego, cross watcher, straight up, okay? Spirit, what else with this Knight of Cups energy in reverse? Okay, the lights are getting blue because it's getting dark. I'll turn off these lights in a minute, you guys. Next video, you guys, it won't be so blue, I promise. I have overhead blue lights. That's why it's doing this. But yeah, so it's like you're sure here, you know that this person from this past connection, this past intimate connection here is your wish fulfillment. And you're sure, but you're not taking action and you don't want to change. Why? Right? Death card in the conflicting position, not wanting to change here. Why? Why aren't you wanting to change, cross watcher? Show me what I need to see, Spirit. The Hangman in reverse. You're really focused on this outer perception. People around you, people, places, and things, family, friends. Maybe you're in a third-party situation. Who knows? There's outer influence, though, and this outer influence, you're really concerned about what they think. You're really concerned about what people are going to think, what people are going to say. Or maybe you've already mentioned this and they've already said something, so you're really focused on just how they feel. So, Spirit, anything else? Ace of Cups, so now you have no love. Ace of Cups in reverse, no love. So I do feel like whatever's going on in the situations around you, it's like there's no self-love, right? You're focused on this outer perception. You're not loving yourself. You're not making decisions that are helping you or benefiting you. You're content because you're stuck in the problems and fears of what people are going to think, how people are going to feel about this situation. It's like you're not making a decision because of this outer influence, right? And because of that, you don't have love, you have intimacy, all right? So I do feel like there's some, options, definitely. Taurus, I apologize, it is what it is. But it's still an energy of this person still knowing that you're their person, Taurus. They're just in a state of not making a decision because they're allowing people around them to have the say-so, all right? So with that being said, you guys, bottom of the deck, yeah, look, Temperance in reverse, no reconciliation right now, straight up. You guys, I don't sugarcoat shit here, okay? I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what Spirit wants me to tell you. There's two opposing forces right now. And I really feel like, honestly, Taurus, your person's just at a point where it's an energy of, do I trust my intuition in the 5D energetic realm, or do I trust the shit I can see around me, right? And so for you, you're in a conflicting energy of, is this person going to take action? Is this person going to be clear? And so your feelings are true. Your intuition is right, Taurus. Your intuition is telling you, yeah, this person can't make up their mind because they've got other energy around them, influencing them. This is why it's important that both of you guys find your individual paths and your individual journeys so that you can be confident in the decisions you make, so that this kind of energy isn't happening on, the opposite end or whatever. Let's go ahead and pull ending energy here. Just for those of you guys who are not going into the extended, let me give you one more card and we'll clarify on this ending energy. For those of you guys going into the extended, we're going to dive a little bit deeper. We're going to see what the possible outcome is. We're going to see what's going on with this outside perception, if there's any third-party situations. We're going to see what's really going on with these options within Crosswatcher, okay? And then also Crosswatcher, we're going to dive into Aries and really dive in deep on just some of these issues within this lack of manifestation, problems and fears within you, Taurus. I keep saying Aries. Did I say Aries? I meant Taurus. I apologize. But we'll just dive a little bit deeper. But in the extended, I will tell you, Crosswatcher, it's not going to really be pertaining to you. We're not going to really address Taurus as much as we are going to address your situation. So Taurus, I'm telling you, the extended is going to be more for you than it is going to be for your Crosswatcher. We're going to dive more into this situation, the possible outcome, what's going on, right? So before we leave, you guys, and before we get into the extended, remember, you guys, if you want the extended, just email me and say, hey, Empress Egypt, I would like the extended for Taurus. Make sure you guys mention your zodiac signs, okay? I can't keep up with all the messages, especially if you guys are like, give me the extended, and you don't say which zodiac sign. It's very hard for me to figure it out, and then I got to email you back and wait to get a hold of you. So don't forget to mention your zodiac signs, okay? All right, Spirit, let's get some ending energy here. Let's get some ending energy, ending advice. Show me what I need to see, please. Yes, and you guys know I'll go over the comments at the very end, okay, you guys? Spirit, ending energy, please, for my Tauruses. Ending energy for my Tauruses. Sorry for saying Aries, you guys. It was because I just ended the Aries energy reading, okay? The Aries, you versus them. So Aries was freshly on my mind. I apologize. Spirit, ending energy, please. Ending energy. Spirit does have some hesitation here, okay? Spirit. So maybe you guys both have hesitation here, right? Maybe it's a mutual energy. Spirit, energy ending this reading, please, for my Tauruses. And energy ending for Tauruses. Ending energy, Spirit. Interesting, very interesting. A lot of hesitation. Okay, that's too many cards, you guys. But I'm going to look at them, and then what I'll do is I'll just clarify one or two if I need to, okay? We have joy. Interesting enough, Aries got this same card, this joy. So maybe you guys share a mutual happiness. Maybe you have Aries in your chart, but this is the rejoicing in the present, right? It's like understanding that no matter what happens, the current energy, you're happy with it, right? So it's this self growth, it's this self expansion and confidence within self, and again, just the present moment of things, right? It's not thinking about the past too much, nor thinking about the future too much, Taurus, okay? We also have Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. Beautiful, beautiful energy, all right? Again, this is that confidence, right, Taurus? This is you, again, finding that self-path and creating that established strength. This is you accepting yourself and understanding that equal give and take, that 50-50. We also have the Night Song. Beautiful energy as well, okay? And cardinals, yes, are symbolic for spirits who have passed, right? Your ancestors. But this is hidden talents. Also very deep energy, Taurus, right? This is, again, really just understanding that there are hidden secrets, there are hidden messages, there are hidden things within you, Taurus. You just have to dive deep. And I think what this is really pointing to is pointing to your strength, right? This is, I know, Taurus, you may have been going through some things where you feel really weak, where you feel really sad, where you just feel like you're never going to get through this, feeling like this destruction and these decisions that keep being made are just going to keep affecting you over and over again. But I'm here to tell you that these experiences are strengthening you, okay? And so it's understanding that, and you'll start to, again, uncover these strengths and these powers and these secrets that you never knew about yourself. It's like unlocking the door to the secret garden, right? It's like, wow, who would have known I had this within me, right? Or I had this in my situation. Harley, stop it. Last card, we have the skeleton. What did I say? Strength. There it is. There it is right there, right? Landing right on top of the strength card. Beautiful. So, yeah, Taurus, I mean, that's beautiful, right? It's a little bit of Leo energy coming through in this Taurus, right? It's the expansion, it's the growth. And I'm Leo moon, so it could be just that too, my own energy coming through in this reading. But it's an energy of fully understanding that everything you're going through, Taurus, is to expand you. It is to create strength. It is to, again, for you to just be equal to yourself. I feel like there's a lot of putting a lot of energy into others, Taurus. Therefore, what happens is you don't have enough energy for yourself, right? So it's that time. That's what this is. This is understanding the present energy. This is understanding that, you know, you have some hidden secrets that you didn't know about. You know, maybe that you are stronger than you thought you were, that these things that happened to you that hurt you, they did create that strength. They did create that protection. And so again, it's accepting these things that have happened to you, taking them as a 50-50 situation, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, being happy with the present moment, and now making plans for future, right? It's a beautiful energy. It really is. So Taurus, that's all I have for you guys for this collective general reading as far, excuse me, as far as the you versus them. Like I said, you guys, next week we'll probably tap into either a shadow work reading Or maybe we'll just do a little bit something different. But either way, Taurus, I will see you next week with another reading. I haven't made my mind up on what we're going to do just quite yet. Again, for those of you guys following me in the extended, I will see you there. For those of you guys not purchasing the extended, I will see you guys next week. All right. I am going to go over the comments before I hop off just really quick to make sure I answered any questions that needed to be answered. Cynthia, I already told you about personal readings. Just send me an email and I'll send you over a price list. Lisa, I already kind of talked with you about prices, but again, just send me an email and I'll send you over a price list. Again, Indira or Indira, same thing. Just email me, okay? Ashley with a Libra. Yep. Indira, you're a Capricorn. I will be doing Capricorn on Wednesday, just so you guys know. I'll be doing your you versus them on Wednesday, okay? Let's see. Yes, Essie, I agree. You know, it's like, because a Taurus, as a Taurus, I relate, right? I'm a sun Taurus. It's like you think of something in your mind and it's like you have put so much thought into it, because Tauruses think a lot, right? Sometimes some Tauruses have an issue with speaking their mind a little too much. I have that tendency. But it's this energy of just really being grounded on situations because you've thought about it in your head so much that when it becomes a part of manifestation, you put a whole lot of effort into it and you stay consistent and stable with it. And that can scare people, right? Because it comes across as stubborn, right? It comes across as just hard-headed or theta, but it's not understanding that we are firmly grounded and planted because we know what it is that we want, because we know what it is that we thought about, or the things that hurt us or the things that didn't work for us, right? So it's this energy of, honestly, like you said, Essie, really focusing on self, because we put a lot of energy into others, but we tend to not do that with ourselves so much. So that's definitely right, Essie. Yeah, for real, to stale situations, I agree. Good job, Ashley. You definitely have to put yourself first always. Remember, self is important because no one will respect you if you don't respect yourself. Ashley, you have Leo in your chart too? That's what's up, Leo gang in the house. Yes. All right, you guys. So I think I've gone over the comments. Hopefully, I saw them all come through. If I missed your comments, you guys, I apologize. I still love every single one of you guys. Don't forget, if you guys are wanting to be entered in my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel, because that's how you enter, okay? I am thinking about giving out an extra entry by subscribing to my Awoke channels, my Awoke YouTube channels, my Awoke Cosmos YouTube channel. That's a tongue twister for me. I haven't really announced it yet, but you guys kind of have a pre-heads up. I will be announcing it soon, within the next week or so. Yeah, so I'm really excited there. All my links are down below. You guys make sure you're following me on Awoke Cosmos. I will be uploading videos of behind the scenes of my bath line. I'm going to launch the bath line first. I'm going to be doing some certain stuff, you guys. I'll show y'all some of the videos of the products that'll be launching October 31st, the blue moon. Halloween, all right? Halloween at midnight is actually when I'm going to launch my products, you guys. I'm not going to launch all of them. I'm going to start with a few here and there, and I'm going to sell them. And once they're sold out, I will restock once a month. So once they go, okay? I'm also going to be giving out 25 influencer packages, free influencer starter kits. So if you do have a YouTube channel, if you do have a certain amount of subscribers or followers, I just email me and I'll definitely put you on that list. And I haven't figured out how I'm going to choose the influencers yet. I'm just probably going to randomly choose, like I do the subscriber count. Honestly, I'll just probably scroll through and then just stop and close my eyes and stop and see what happens. But so yeah, you guys definitely make sure you're following me on all of my other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. I do share more stuff on Instagram separate from here. And I also announce the winners over there on Instagram. All right. So with that being said, oh yeah, and hi Instagram world, I forgot to include you guys. When the videos are under an hour, I will be uploading these videos on Instagram. But if they hit over an hour, I won't share them to Instagram. Excuse me. I drank a soda today, so I'm very burpy, right? I apologize, you guys. So yeah, with that being said, Taurus, that's all I got for you guys. I hope I went over everything. If I forgot anything, I'll put it in the description box up above, down below. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Blessed be. I will see you guys next week. Also, too, don't forget, I will be putting a link up here in the top right-hand corner when this video is over for all of you guys watching this on replay. I'll put the link to the reading that I just did earlier today, which was Messages from Ancestors, a very powerful message there. So definitely check out that reading. For those of you guys on that haven't watched it, definitely go check out that reading from earlier today. Again, the link won't be in here for you guys live, but in the replay, it'll be for you guys catching it on replay. Don't forget to also let me know how it resonates for you down in the comments below. I love you. Mwah, mwah. I'll see you guys next week. All right. Bye.